Hey guys, it's Animelover with Fangirl, and we're back with another video. So, we're back with another coloring video because Fangirl really likes them and finds them very fun. So, we're going to be doing another one. As you know the drill, we have 2 coloring books. We have already gone through and we have split them in half in weird wonky ways and stuff like that to basically just make it weird and fun to color them. We also have a wheel, and the wheel has a bunch of our art supplies on it, and we're basically going to spin, and we're going to see what we get. But also, before this, actually, funny enough, we found out that there was plastic around it. For some reason, we didn't think that it was like an acrylic stand, and that it had a protective layer. And so we're like, oh, that's why it was so hard to want to erase, but also hard to write on it. And we were peeling it off, aka Fangirl peeled it off. So yeah, that was a thing. So I guess let's do the spinning. I will go first, and whichever one I get is what we're gonna do for one side of the book. What did we get? I got, oh, come on, not again! It's black and white. Shoot, it's black and white.
Well, at least this time it was you that got black and white.
I know, seriously. Well, your turn. Spinning, spinning, spinning. What do we get? Gel pen. Gel pens.
Wow.
We don't have a lot of gel pens. We got the new ones recently that I did a review on.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I forgot about those. Yep, we got all these too. Oh, this is not going to be fun.
Oh, I think this is going to be the worst. Okay, what do the pages look like?
I got a dog.
Oh, you got a dog? Okay.
I got a cute little doggy with boba.
Well, this is going to suck.
Yep. This is hers.
Well,
let's get into it then. So we started off with the pencil, aka the black and white, and honestly, while doing this, we just thought it was so funny that we got it again after the last video we did with the coloring book coloring kind of thing, and we were like, what are the chances that we literally get it again kind of thing? And I even joked before recording the video that like, oh, there's no way we're gonna get black and white again, and then we get black and white. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So it was very much surprise when we got it. And it was like, even though we made it sound like we were not happy to get it, it was actually kind of fun to kind of color in black and white, because it's only one color. You have to really think about it, and then you just have to like try to get the values different and stuff to make it look really good. So it was definitely very like interesting and fun to do. I at least really enjoyed doing it. And out of the things that we did in this video, aka the gel pens, I honestly prefer the black and white because you guys will see it. The gel pens did not end very well. So another thing that was really funny that happened during this video was Fangirl was talking with me, and she was telling me how last time we did the last video and we had the black and white, she literally had thrown out our blending sticks that we had because she never knew how to use them. And so she threw them out, and then she was like, yeah, because we're not going to need them. We don't ever need them. And then literally we put the pencil in black and white on the wheel, and then we kept getting it, and we're like, oh man, come on, we should have kept them, man. So that was that was just really funny how we literally got rid of them, and we could have had them, but we didn't because we didn't think we were ever gonna need them. Like in the last video, we both had our own different method of shading and stuff. I was trying to very minimally use my finger and just rely heavily on my kneaded eraser, my eraser, and just trying to just shade without needing my finger. and all that. Well, Fangirl actually was using her finger for shading and getting a much more softer kind of look. And you guys will see that when you see hers and all that. But hers looks like really soft and really nice. And it's just very interesting to see the two different methods that we both had while coloring with the pencil, and it was just very interesting. We also started off immediately just with a normal pencil, because last time we tried with mechanical and it just was like, we gave up on the mechanical so quickly, so we just started with the pencil. It was just easier to start with it. Okay, so now we are on to the gel pens, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. These were something. So let me get to the story behind these gel pens. So we very much are hoarders when it comes to art supplies, and these are no exceptions to that. So we've had these for maybe over a decade at this point, and our parents had bought them for us and bought us a lot of them, like bought us like a set of them. And we're like, oh, cool, they're so pretty and stuff. And when we used them when we were younger, they kind of worked and then they just died on us. And we're like, oh, okay. But we were so guilty for throwing them away because our parents bought them. And they were so happy they got us them. We were like, we can't just throw them out. We gotta somehow get them to work. And so they just been sitting somewhere for so long, just waiting to be used, waiting to do something with, and we just didn't want to use them because we knew they sucked. And we've had bad experiences with gel pens and jelly rolls, and we're just like, I don't really like using them because every time we've used them, they work and then they dry out and then you have to try to get them to work again. And it was very annoying, and so I've had a very much distaste for gel pens or jelly rolls and stuff like that. Well, we basically saw a reel, and they had basically used a kneaded eraser and pushed it into the pen. And I guess what it does is it pushes and puts pressure into the pen, and it like forces the ink out, and it makes it really juicy. And we tried that method with like dried like jelly rolls that we had, and it worked. And we were like, okay, well, we have these gel pens and they're not the same, but maybe we can get them to work. And so we were like, okay, we did it. It took us like an hour and something to do all of the pens because it took forever and it was just messy and it was a different experience than the jelly rolls. The jelly rolls were so much easier to do. And we were like, okay, we like tested them out and they kind of worked, and we're like, okay, I think we can do something with them. There's something we can do. And then we were like, okay, let's add them to the wheel and then do all that fun stuff. And so we did. And then we actually tried using them, and that was a whole different experience. So when using them, we would grab one, and then suddenly we would get a good portion on the paper, and then suddenly it would just die. And we're like, why did it die on us? And so we would we had a paper in front of us, and we would just scribble on it and just try to get the ink to come out, and nothing was happening. We'd shake it, we tried like blowing and all that, like trying to get it to like come out, and just nothing was happening. And we're like, okay. And so we would basically try to get this one pen to work. It didn't work. Okay, we put it in the dead pile. We grabbed another pen, tried scribbling it on the paper. It worked for a little bit, and then it died again. Repeat the process. We would try this whole same thing again. Try scribbling it on the paper. Tried shaking it. Tried blowing and all that. Nothing. Okay, throw that into the dead pile. And then we repeat. And then it just kept not working. And it was such a struggle that it was so infuriating that it just didn't work. And we were so irritated by the end of this that we were just like, no, kind of thing. Like, it only got worse from here. Like, I could not get mine to look good because I was like, okay, maybe I can make it look weird and colorful and make it weirdly collagey with colors. And I could not get that to look that way with the cat. I got it to look like that way with the cupcake, which I like the cupcake a lot more in my piece, but the cat looks absolutely atrocious. And it sucks too because like I didn't realize it was still wet with the cat, and I guess my hand like touched it, and then I smudged it a little bit onto Fangirl's black and white portion, and she was like really sad and very like mad that I did that. And I was very apologetic because I was like, oh crud, I didn't mean to mess it up, because she was really proud of her black and white and all that. And so we had to get a white pen to like white it out and all that, so it like would cover up the gel pen and stuff. And it was a nightmare, guys. It was awful. It was really bad. Fangirl managed to get hers to look so much better than mine. Like, mine looks awful, like god awful. And Fangirl's thankfully looks so much better than mine. So at least one of us managed to get it to work, but like, out of them all, it was still really bad. And we both were just so frustrated by the end of this that we were like, no, we cannot salvage these things. These things just didn't work. Like, because one pen would work and it would be fine. And then same, like, so imagine I had a purple glitter pen and it worked. It worked just fine and I could do whatever I could. And then suddenly I grabbed another glitter pen and it just straight up didn't work. And then it would just be that constant, each pen is different and each one is going to work and each one's not going to work. And we're like, crud. And we just couldn't do it. And I just couldn't have another experience of us trying to use these things again. And we were just like, we tried to make them work. We desperately tried and stuff like that. And it just didn't work out. And we were just like, when this is done, like this video is over, we are throwing every single gel pen that was in that bag away because I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. And so we threw them all away and we removed them from the list. Now it is completely different and it is no longer there on the wheel. We will figure out what to put on the wheel other than that, but it is no longer that, because absolutely not. I am not doing that again. Normally, I can get things to work and make it look good in some regard, because I can normally push through and get it to work, and normally I'm like, yeah, it's like a work in progress, it's a trust the process thing. It was not a trust the process thing. This was a nightmare kind of thing. After we like had finished everything and all that with the coloring, we had put like tape fully over it just so it didn't like smudge or get ruined as time went on. And you guys will not see that because it is a hassle to put tape on the book, so we will not be showing that for you guys because it is very annoying. But we did put tape on after the whole video and got pictures and stuff like that and fun, all that. So even though obviously it was a nightmare to do this, it was still a fun experience to see what we could do and how we could do it. And we very much do hope you guys do enjoy this video and you want to see more videos from us like this, as we do enjoy the coloring book series. It is very fun, and we very much hope you guys enjoy this. And please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!